Hi folks, this is Francis Barnett Cruiser 89 with the Villiers 2T engine in it. The barrels in this particular engine need a rebore, so I set about trying to get the heads and barrels off without having to take the engine out of the frame. But unfortunately, I could only get the heads. The heads are easy enough to get off, but trying to get the barrels off, unfortunately, the studs are quite high, and when you get the barrels up far enough to try and get them over the studs past this upper frame, it was impossible. I did manage to get the right hand side one off, as you see, but it wasn't an easy job at all, and I was worried then about reassembly with the engine back in the frame, how I was ever going to get the barrels back on over those studs and down over the new pistons and rings, etc. So I decided to loosen these bolts off to see if I could raise the frame up slightly. Took this bottom bolt off to see if I could move the frame to give me more access, but it just wouldn't work at all. So I then decided just to take the engine out. So this is what this video shows. The engine sitting released from the bolts in the frame, ready just to be lifted away. So I find that's the easiest way to get the barrels off. And the other thing as well, when I go to do the reassembly, the barrels will go on and the heads will go on, the pistons will all be reassembled with the rings on the bench. A much safer and better way, I find, to do it. So carburetor's off. That allows you then to get the inlet manifold away, and the barrels then can be separated. So what I've done, these bolts were retightened, and the bolts here were released for the engine. So you've got 1, 2, and we come to the back, you have 3 down underneath. I'll go around to the other side just to show you that one. I think it's easier to see it from underneath. There you'll see it, just there. So that's 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one then here. And obviously releasing the chain, breaking the chain free. Clutch cable has also been freed from the handlebars. That allows you then to start maneuvering the engine. I did release the frame bolt down here, which allows you to prise the front end of the frame just away from the engine a little bit. This particular one was very, very tight into the engine casings, so it didn't really allow me to get this part of the engine past this part of the frame. So I was able to prise the frame forward a little, which allowed me then to lift this up, and from here I'll be able to take the engine out. Just while I'm here, I was able to remove the ignition cam off the ignition, and that's just something I intend to replace. So there you'll see the ignition cam here, so I'm going to replace it while I do the engine build. So that's it, guys. Bye.